Howdy folks, it's Lich. Enhancement cores are one of the most frequently used materials in Destiny 2, being needed for weapon and armor enhancing, crafting, upgrade modules, and trading in for higher tier materials like enhancement prisms and ascendant shards. For new and even some longtime players, it's not uncommon to frequently run out of enhancement cores. There are a lot of ways to get enhancement cores, but one of the easiest is to make sure you're taking advantage of Gunsmith bounties. Many players already know this, but for players who are relatively new, Banshee the Gunsmith offers 4 bounties each day that award an enhancement core upon completion. And what even some longer time players may not know is that these bounties are per character and not account wide. This means you can grab 4 of these bounties on each of your 3 characters for a total of 12 enhancement cores per day for only a little bit of glimmer and no more than 15 minutes of effort. Just note that only the non-repeatable bounties award enhancement cores. You won't get any for completing the 3000 Glimmer repeatable bounties. As a side note, if you don't have 3 characters, I highly encourage you to make them. While it's completely reasonable to only want to main a single character, it's useful to have the other 2 characters even if you rarely touch them. For our quick and easy daily cores, simply sign in on a character, pick up the 4 bounties, pull some weapons from your vault that align with them, then load into an area with a decent amount of weak enemies and fire away. My preferred place to do this is the entrance to the Grasp of Avarice dungeon, as there's a bunch of infinitely respawning weak enemies right upon loading into the dungeon. Just keep killing with a given weapon until a bounty is done, swap to a different weapon, and repeat until each gunsmith bounty is finished on that character. Then, swap characters and repeat until you finish the bounties on all 3 characters. There you go. 12 enhancement cores for practically no effort that you can repeat every day. As an added benefit to this process, you can also look for some other bounties to complete while you're knocking out the gunsmith bounties. Check with Commander Zavala each day, as some days he'll offer bounties that don't require you to be in the Vanguard playlist to complete. If you knock out 8 of these super easy bounties each week on your alt characters, you'll get an extra 100 Bright Dust on each of them. It's also smart to check the seasonal vendor table for bounties that you can passively complete as well for a little bit of extra season pass XP. You can also do the Ada dungeon and raid bounties if you're using a spot like Grasp of Avarice or Shrochi. Lastly, to make things even quicker, you can actually get bounties through the Destiny 2 companion phone app. Once you sign into a character, instead of going to the tower, simply stay in orbit and purchase the bounties that you want through the phone app. They'll be added to your character, and then you can head straight to your destination of choice to knock the bounties out, saving the time it would take to load into the tower or helm and walk to the bounty vendor. While this is fairly common knowledge, I know there's a lot of folks who may not be aware of some of the things mentioned in the video, and I hope it helps you avoid running out of cores. Make sure to share the advice here with anyone you know that may also be having enhancement core shortages, and if you have other tips or suggestions, feel free to leave them in a comment. Thanks for watching.